right, it's Pete and Dan. We are back.
We are.
We have something here we're concerned about.
I'm scared.
I am scared, to be honest with you. And let me grab a pot holder here so I can get this to the camera. So, we were at a local market. Man, they had an eel.
They had an eel.
So, seemed reasonable.
At the time.
Anybody who goes to a store and they see an eel.
Of course.
The first thing they're going to think is, well, hey, yeah, that's a good deal for what it was $3 something, I think, for an eel. And anybody who goes to a store is going to automatically be like, well, $3 for an eel, I need to buy the eel. Here's what we got.
There's, I'm going to assume.
That's eel.
Since there was only one, that the huge price tag of $3 means they were flying off the shelf.
They must have been.
And we got the last one, thankfully.
So, the deal with this guy was, we got him intact, head on him. He was gutted.
Well, you saw the picture at the beginning. So.
Yes. He was gutted.
Frozen in a little circle.
You know, I've never had eel. We had to prepare this, so I did a little searching, did some cooking, and this is where it's a little concerning. Apparently the blood is relatively toxic. So we soaked it in cold water for a while and tried to draw the blood out of it, and then
it didn't work. It
didn't work. And when I put it on a pan and tried to cut her up, all of a sudden there was blood everywhere, and it's like, what's going on? Like, So I patted it around a bit with a dry towel and tried rinsing it again, and then it just continued to bleed everywhere. You know, eventually I got tired of messing with it, and I just followed a recipe that said you just hit it with some salt and coat it with some oil and toss it in the oven on a cast iron pan, and so that's what I did, and here we are. So I don't know. Hopefully it's safe. Hopefully it's safe.
Have you guys ever had eel?
It looks like little sausage pieces. We were talking about this. I don't know. You know, what is it? The Jack Links, little sausages, little breakfast sausages, like all chopped up in little pieces. Yeah, I got a piece about like that. I got to tell you, it is very firm. It is very firm, forking it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It doesn't smell bad.
No, it doesn't. I tell you what.
Let's do it.
Let's get her done.
Wow. That is chewy.
It was very chewy.
Tastes like fish and
So
salt.
there's a backbone in there I'm running into. But it's going away. I'm getting through it. You got a bone?
I do.
It's very salty. It's absolutely freaking horrible. You know what? Initially it wasn't so bad. Now I'm getting hit and I'm just getting hammered.
Wow. There's a lot of salt in there.
Holy Lord. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Well, I got a bucket here. That was rough.
I was just trying to get it down. That was tough to get that down. The first couple chews, it tasted like was like the consistency of a gummy bear.
You know, I really wanted to like this. Again, unfortunately, this happens from time to time. Now,
I'm not doing it again.
I'm gonna do one more.
I'm not.
That's okay. I'm gonna try one more, just as little guy, because this one's gonna be better, right?
No, I don't think so. Nope.
Again, I'm crunching into that backbone, chewing a spine up. That piece didn't seem as salty. It's still not good.
It's not good.
I'm still chewing it because it's bony. No, I think eel is not the thing you need.
I was surprised at how chewy it was. It was really chewy at first.
That's salt.
And then I got the fish taste for a little bit, and then it went downhill from
there.
there.
Well, the chewiness, you know, you can ignore it, and the fish taste wasn't bad, but then the salt kicks in, and it's like, what do we got?
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of it.
I'm glad we tried it, because how many people do you know that's eaten eel?
Yeah, there's a lot of seafood out there, and I really enjoy seafood. I mean, that's the top of my list. Unfortunately, this is the bottom of my seafood list. You know, I was hoping it was going to be like a lot of the tinned fish, you know, that are out there on the market. It is definitely salty. There's no doubt there. I mean, I don't know.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm curious if this is something that you've eaten and maybe you've got a particular recipe or a particular set of spices that go well.
Where does this come from? Southern America?
You know, I have absolutely no idea. You know, I really don't know. Do any of you know? Where do you just have like eel farms and you're scooping up eels with nets? And
you know, that's the thing that I think about. You know, we've had eel, we've had spiders, we've had June bugs. There are places that farm that stuff and process it and sell it to the masses. It's beyond me.
And the masses buy it up. They're buying up eel. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people that are like eel. So, man, there must be a good recipe out there.
I personally, honestly think the salt is what got me.
Yes.
If there was a different recipe, I think it has the potential to be okay.
I don't think you're wrong. You know, I guess here I'm hesitant. I kind of want to try another bite, but I will tell you, I'm concerned about the fact that I heard that they can be toxic if it's not done right, and I don't know if I did it right.
Right.
I have no experience with this product. I'm concerned. I don't know that I want to continue simply because of that. I don't know. The flavor of it itself wasn't bad. The salt was out of line.
Yes.
Now, I mean, you know, that's how I was told to prepare it in a certain way, and I followed it to the T. It is rough. You know, I suppose if eel is something you're familiar with, like we've said, maybe you got a suggestion. I would buy one again to try something completely different. I wouldn't salt it all up and do all that like we did it this time. I think that's a mistake.
Yeah. I think it has the potential.
I think the potential's there. I'm going to give it a 2. Right now, as it sits, I'm going to give it a 2.
Yeah, I'd agree. 2.
You know, it's not good.
A 3, pushing it.
I don't want it again. I mean, I would try it again if somebody had a recipe out there. Oh, well, this is what you need to do with your eel. That's the problem that you had. Okay, cool. Well, let's try it out.
If you guys that are watching and you're watching this, swearing at your TV, throwing bricks at it, saying how dumb we are.
What are you guys doing?
Because we don't know how to cook this stuff.
Let us know.
Tell me.
But then I want to try it again.
Yeah.
The way that you're suggesting. I will follow it to the letter. We'll get her done. We'll get it done. We'll revisit it.
Absolutely.
You know, because this is something that I know a lot of people obviously eat or it wouldn't be available. So clearly there's ways to cook it that were better than this, but I don't know what to tell you. To me, the texture's chewy and tough. Yes, it's not horrible. It's a beef jerky, whatever type of deal. You can ignore that. The flavor itself was fishy.
I think it was chewy like those dates.
Kind of in a way, huh? Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird chewy. And then I hit that backbone. That's there. You can't ignore that.
Yep.
You know, it wasn't like the kippers we tried the
mackerel.
Yes.
It just kind of dissolved.
And it had that backbone in there, and it was gone. You know, you didn't even know you were eating it. You know you're eating it here. You know you're eating it. Yeah. You're getting through it. So I got to tell you, this is a hard pass for me, but I would be willing to try it with the right recipe in the future. I don't know. I mean, I think that's where we are. I'm going to give her a 2 and leave it at that.
2, 2.5, 3 at the most, but
yeah.
I don't think I got anything else to say about it.
I think that's where we are.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Absolutely.
All right, guys.
All right, peace out.
Later.